Function libraries. If you have segments of code that you need to use several times in your test, you may want to create a user-defined function. By using user-defined functions, your tests are shorter and easier to design, read, and maintain. Your own function libraries can contain VB-script functions, subroutines, modules, and so on. You need to follow 3 simple steps to use a function from a library in your test. Step number 1, create the function library. Step number 2, associate function library to test. Step number 3, use functions in your test. To create a new function library in QTP, select File, New, Function Library. It opens a new tab in QTP. Let's create a very simple function which shows a message box. The function is now created. So whenever this function is called, a message box must be displayed. You can have multiple functions defined in the same library file. For our learning purposes, we'll stick to just one. Let's save the function. Our function library is saved with an extension .qfl. Next step is to associate the library with your test. Click File, Settings, Resources. Choose the function library. Click OK. The function library file is now associated with your test and is ready for use. Last step is to use a function defined in your library file. In your test, simply call the function defined in the library file. Run the test. When you run the test as expected, a message box is displayed. Before we end this tutorial, a few pointers. Using COM, DCOM objects, you can create very advanced functions. In fact, many of the features provided by QTP can be coded using VB script. We have seen automation engineers who make QTP more of a VB project rather than an automation project. Our recommendation is, rather than demonstrating your VB skills, use the features provided by QTP and focus on 100% automation.